I think there's always a danger. I think that it's preservation is a very, very difficult business. Most people think that most people don't realize how much energy and effort goes into preserving something, let alone 2,400 miles of highway. But you are constantly at war. You would think that a preservationist group, let's use ourselves as an example, but we're typical of all kinds of preservation groups. You would think that we would be beloved, and because we're working so hard to save, in our case, a piece of America. But that's not true. We step on an awful lot of toes. A lot of people dislike us intensely, even to the point of smear campaigns, things said about us that are absolutely not true. And because we're wrestling with government agencies, usually the Department of Transportation, when they want to dig up a piece of road, a piece of old Route 66, to replace it with something, quote, safe, to certainly the commercial interests along the road that do not want us to save a piece of property. And this goes on constantly, and probably the closest example is there's a wonderful old drive-in that you'll drive by, Foothill Drive-in in Azusa. It was bought by a college, and it's a landmark. The college wants to tear it down to build a parking lot, and we've been wrestling with them for years, and they have been violent in their arguments with us. We have been wrestling with a developer, rock stripper is a specific term, in Crozier Canyon in Arizona, where he is denuding this beautiful canyon of the huge decorative boulders and selling them to developers in Las Vegas and Scottsdale. So he hates us because we're constantly on him. Now we have the Wallapai Indian tribe coming down on him because of he's destroying their burial grounds, and many other cases. It's a tough business, and to answer your question completely, it could become anything very quickly if somebody wasn't keeping an eye on it. And what would most likely happen is it would not become a major artery like the interstate, because the interstate's already there and it's primarily a two-lane highway, so that won't make sense. But it could go back to the condition of what it was in when we founded the Federation.